Release Notes Highlights!
So the Office Estimates interface has been completely redesigned. It's now cleaner, it matches the rest of the product better, it's a lot easier to use, and instead of me just telling you about it, let me show you. So now when you go to add an estimate from the Office, you're going to get this modal. From here you can search for and select any pre-built proposal templates that you already have. And if you hover over the number of estimates here, you'll get a breakdown of what is within that proposal template. But if you're not using a proposal template and you just want to build an estimate on the fly, then you would click this Build Estimate button. Then we come to this page where we name our estimate and enter in the estimate summary. You can select a rate sheet here if you're using customer-specific pricing. Keep in mind that some of this may look a little different for you depending on how your account is configured. So a lot of you watching this probably won't see this rate sheet section. And you can choose an employee to mark as the sold by. Once we've got everything entered in there, we're going to click Create. And then we get to this estimate building screen. So from these buttons down here, we can enter in different items, tasks, equipment, materials, discounts and fees if that's a feature that you have enabled, or item groups. Again, item groups is a feature that you may or may not have enabled, but previously you weren't able to build item groups on the fly from the Office. You could only build them on the fly from mobile. And if you wanted to use item groups from the Office side, then you had to do that through estimate templates. But now, as you can see, you can build item groups on the fly from the Office. So I'll just build out a quick example estimate here. Okay, so here we have an example estimate built out. You can see that items are separated by type, so tasks are separated from equipment, which is separated from material. A couple other really cool things to note. If you click into any one of these line items here, you get this little thing that shows you all of the keyboard shortcuts that are available to you. So if you're somebody who builds a lot of Office side estimates and you want to be as efficient about that as possible, then it's probably best to learn these keyboard shortcuts so you can keep your hands on the keyboard. So we've got some pretty obvious ones like return to add a new line, tab to move to the next cell, shift tab goes to the previous cell, X and T to add a task, X and E to add equipment, X and M to add materials, X and F to add a discount/fee, and X and I to add an item group. Now on this side panel here, you'll notice that we are also getting price details and cost details, and it breaks down our gross margin for us there as well. This one's at 92%, so I'm pretty happy with that. There's also a payments tab in that side panel, but this estimate has not been sold yet, so there's nothing there. We also have this handy expand descriptions button, so by default you see some of these descriptions are cut off. That's just to fit as many line items on the page at once as possible. But you could manually stretch those, or you could just click expand descriptions, and then that's going to fit all of the description boxes to the text. And then once you're done and you want to go back to a more compact view, then you can click collapse descriptions, and it collapses it all back down. Here in the top right hand corner, we have buttons to duplicate the estimate, email the estimate, print the estimate, or edit the estimate. That would take us back to let us edit like the name of the estimate and stuff. From here at the top, we can click into the opportunity there. If we wanted to sell this estimate, we would click into the opportunity. Plus we've got the follow-up date, a link to the invoice, the job number, and the status of this estimate. By the way, this general information section here can be collapsed if you want to get that out of the way. Let's see, what have I not covered? You can drag and drop any items that you need to drag around. Any of these numbers, of course, can be edited in line, so if I wanted to change my quantity there to 3, it's just as simple as typing that in. But I could also hit this edit pencil to get this flyout where I could make edits as well. So anyways, that's the gist of it. I really like this new design. I think this is a huge improvement over what we had before. Hey, thanks so much for watching. Mighty kind of you. If you want to check out the full release notes video, here's a link to it right around here. Or if not, here's another video I think you might enjoy. I'm just going to sit here and stare at you until you pick one. That's right. Go on. Okay. Interesting choice.